Finally, friends, as I welcome you this morning, whether you're visitors or members, we get to celebrate what God has done. So if you're visiting today, we're so glad you're here, and you're going to get to now in just a moment to get a window in to what God's been doing here in the last few months as we celebrate some of that. So this morning I get to invite forward our congregational president, Doug Dederman. And as Doug comes forward now, he is going to give us our quarterly update, our council president, and also just, I know you're just going to be blessed by what he has to share this morning. So thank you, Doug.
Thank you, Pastor. Good morning, everyone. It's great to see you. It's a great, glorious day. Peace be with you. Thank you. Well, I'm excited. Let's see, Milo. There we are. I'm excited today to give you an update. Buzz and I last talked to you, and of course, welcome to our visitors. You didn't hear this back in August, but I'll give you an update on what we've been doing for the last 6 months. So with that, let's jump into what the Lord's been doing here at church. So one of the most exciting things we had this past fall was we were able to gather and celebrate this congregation's 70th anniversary. It was a tremendous blessing. And the turnout was amazing. As you can see from the photos, we had a packed fellowship hall of over 200 people. So very thankful that many of you were able to come and celebrate that event with us. And I'd like to give big thanks to my wife and Lisa Platzbecker and all the church staff that contributed to that highly successful event. So tremendous celebration. You might even recognize Pastor Bruce down there in the lower right-hand corner. It was great to have former pastors back here sharing a message and celebrating with us. Next, we just recently, earlier this month, were able to celebrate Pastor Mark's faithful service here at Faith Lutheran, and it was, we all were blessed with his sermons that he shared with us over the years, as well as many of you were touched by his adult ministry class, as well as other things like military missions, Bibles and Brew. So again, we were very thankful to have a send-off prayer service for him in I think it was the second Sunday of February, and I thank you all who participated in that. I think we got Bill up there in the photo shaking his hand, so there you are, man, your moment of glory. All right, another exciting thing that's been going on is a new program that we started through our connections team, and it's called Visitor Reach. And what's really exciting about it is it's a 4-phase program of reaching out to folks who don't know the Lord yet, and through a text. And it starts with an initial message to engage, and then it moves in, if they respond, to connect. And if it goes to the next phase, where they come to church, we call that assimilation. And for those that aren't quite ready to make a commitment, we have a category called follow-up, and we'll follow up with them over a 6-month period. So really exciting that we've had over 250 people that have reached out and communicated with us on that. So if you're interested in helping out in that or learning more about it, please let us know. We're happy to share, but very positive things coming out. The other thing I wanted to share is that when we started All In 2 years ago, we had 3 task force, engagement, outreach, and facilities. And through the wisdom of engagement and outreach, they decided to join together, and they're now called Connections. And them and the facilities team have done such tremendous things over the past 2 years, which I'll tell you a little bit more in a moment, that we are now moving them from a task force to committees. So we're formalizing that, and we're excited about walking this Jesus-shaped way with them going forward. We also had another exciting fall festival, Trunk or Treat, and the arts and craft fairs took place. As you can see here, we got our band that we're playing at those events. They're going to be playing for us this morning, so go band. And so again, exciting activities that allow us to outreach to our community and celebrate the Lord. The next thing I wanted to highlight is your facilities team has been doing some outstanding work And you may have noticed our lights have been replaced with LED lights. So that's been a great addition to the church. And we finally got those HVAC controls in place so that we can work on maintaining and optimizing the operation of that system. I'm excited to share with you that on Christmas this year, we had a first-time occurrence. We had some special ladies that reached out to Coronado Villa, a senior living facility here, and in December, we went over and provided a Christmas service for them, and it was so well received, they've asked us to come back for an Easter service. So thank you all who participated in that, and I think that's a blessing in an area where we can continue to grow in outreach with our community. And of course, I wasn't here. I was celebrating a Christmas with my brother in Seattle and his family. But when I lifted my candle, I thought of Christ Lutheran, and I know you all that were here on Christmas Eve got to do that same thing and sing Silent Night together. So thank you, and I'm sure you were blessed by that event. Moving into treasure, this kind of basically today is we're wrapping up a highly successful 2-year program called All In. And we had a goal for the 2 years to raise $3.8 million, and due to the generosity of you, we blew that out of the waters. We almost went 20% over, so we raised $4.5 million. So thank you so much for the blessing and the giving of your treasures to serve the Lord. So tremendously. Following right after that, not to be outdone, you turned around and we had another outstanding generosity initiative of raising $114,000 that went out the door to these groups that make a difference, and both here locally and overseas. And I just, again, it's overwhelming when you look at the numbers, and I know some of these facilities, they wouldn't exist if they didn't receive this money from you. And so thank you for this tremendous gift of love and blessing. Next, I wanted to highlight, here we are. It's One Service Sunday. It's great to see you all here, and hopefully you'll be able to stick around for a breakfast taco and roll up your sleeves and help us on some projects we've got going on after the service today. Also wanted to highlight that starting this coming Wednesday, we'll have a Lenten Bible series starting, and it's called Stretched, and it will be talking to us about the disciplines of Lent. And then, believe it or not, it's already time to register for Vacation Bible School. So if you're aware of your own family or friends that might be interested in that, please share with them, and let's get them registered so we can have another exciting Emerald Crossing VBS study this year. We have started the year out with a special retreat on the Jesus-shaped way, and many of you were able to participate in that. We're offering a class. Lisa Esplin is teaching that, and we're going to continue to anticipate where the Lord is leading us, and Jerry will be leading a series where we look to Jesus' words from the Sermon on the Mount, and he'll be doing a 4-part series, and with Jesus on, and the first one will be Jesus on attitude. So that'll happen next Sunday, so please look forward to that. And as I said earlier, I can't say enough about the blessings of the Connections team, and I just think we've got some special folks that are helping us foster and grow new relationships. So I look forward to all you participating in that when opportunities make themselves available to you. The other anticipation of using our treasures, the congregation approved a $300,000 budget line item for facility improvements, and I'm excited to report right now that we have just put out a contract with a local architect that's going to be working on a master plan for us to look at some maintenance and upgrades to our education wing, the bathrooms, particularly the bathrooms near the coffee barista, and other facility spaces. So we hope to start executing on that plan, and what we can't get done with the resources this year, we'll have a master plan to continue it in the following years based upon the resources we have going forward. On the security grant front, I'm happy to report that the team that continues to make, the FIT team, Facility Improvements Team, continues to make positive progress. We've just let out a request for proposal for new security windows at the church. So it's been an interesting process, and we've had some very faithful servants working that to understand how to interface with Santa Fe, and I think we're understanding the process we have to go through to go ahead and procure items. And so hopefully now those windows, we might be able to get some bids back in the April-May timeframe. So stay tuned. We'll have some more things coming on that area, and I'll look forward to sharing that with you in the future. So as this is the last slide. Thanks for hanging with me. It was 6 months, not 3 months, so next time it'll be shorter. The Jesus-shaped way is been a very exciting opportunity for us here at church. And Jerry and Jennifer have been doing a great job. Jennifer talked to us about step 5 on the map up there, and Jerry's going to talk to us today about step 6, picking up your cross. And I know I've learned some new things, and I'm excited about what Bob has brought to us from this retreat. And I would just continue to help, ask you to reflect on these 2 questions. What is Jesus saying to me, and what step of faith is God calling me and us to respond to him? And, on a personal note, I've tried to take a challenge, and this Lenten season, I went ahead and there's a prayer app called Hallow, and there's a Lenten challenge, and I have taken that on, and so far I got 4 days in a row, so I'm hanging in there, but I've been blessed. I have another way to describe it. This week, one of the ones that I personally found a blessing was Sister Olga had a prayer, and her prayer is pretty easy to remember if I can remember it, and I'm sure you can too. The prayer is, empty me, fill me, use me. And the empty me really focuses on what are the addictions and barriers in our life that are separating us from God. And obviously the next step is letting the Holy Spirit fill you and reading God's word to bless you on knowing his will and draw you closer to him. And then the use is what we're all about, being here to serve him. So with that, thank you, and we'll look forward to another exciting day here at Faith Lutheran Church. God bless.
Thank you so much, Dad.